Come and fly away with me. 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 Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die. So come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making through. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views.
Guys, so as you all know, yesterday was WWDC, and it was an amazing event where Apple launched its softwares coming to their devices this fall. So if you guys missed WWDC, I'm going to cover it up for you in this podcast. Alright, so let's start off with how amazingly Apple carried out the conference. Basically, in Apple's conferences, there's a theater and it's full of people, developers, fans, and all of their lead roles. But this year, due to the pandemic, all of us and all of them could not be there. But Apple still carried out the conference in the same way, and they made you feel that you were within the room with them. So without further ado, let's dive into iOS 14. But before talking about it, let's watch the trailer first.
You ain't gotta make the choice now, nowadays, 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 nowadays. All day, baby, you can have it both ways, both ways, both ways, both ways. Bring it in, yeah, bring it over this way, this way, this way, this way. Don't settle in the middle, get it your way, your way, your way, your way. Any way that you want, any way that you want, any way that you want, any way that you want. You can do it like this, you can do it like that, you can do it like this, you can do it like that.
So this year we're looking at a new home screen. You can now customize your Apple home screen just the way you want it by putting widgets here and there and changing the basic look that we've been seeing for years, all of the apps in one screen. App Library is another feature launched in iOS 14 which makes you find your apps more easier than you normally do by the searching tab. Also, picture-in-picture, something that we've all been waiting for a long time. Everyone wants to watch their shows and YouTube videos and complete another task at the same time. You could do this in iPad before, but you couldn't in iPhone. Coming this fall in iOS 14, you can also do this in iPhone. And last but not the least, iOS 14 will have the feature of unlocking and starting your new cars that are coming up in 2021. The first car will be the new BMW coming up in 2021. And following that, all the cars coming up in 2021 will have the option of leaving your key at home, or if you forget your key at home, you can always use your iPhone to unlock your door and start your car. Let's take a look at iPad OS. There are not many changes in iPad OS this year, but one thing that really grabbed my attention was using the Apple Pencil on your iPad. You can now scribble with your Apple Pencil on your iPad in the notes or in any app you want, and it'll automatically convert it to text. This is basically for those people who do not prefer messy handwriting or something like that. So you just scribble with your pencil on your iPad and it'll automatically turn into text. Next, let's talk about AirPods software. Apple has now worked on a software that will only come to AirPods Pro, unfortunately, but will give us a theatrical sound. Like when you're in the cinema, if you move your head, the sound experience doesn't change. The same way, when you have your AirPods on and you're watching your favorite show or listening to music, the sound experience will remain as theatrical as possible and with noise cancelling, of course. Diving into watchOS, we now have a new chronograph watch face that looks amazing, and I can't wait to download it on my Apple Watch. Other than that, we have new workouts like dancing and even sleeping. Apple Watch could not track sleeping before, but other watches like Huawei and Motorola have always tracked sleeping. But this year, Apple Watch will now even track your sleep process and has many different types of alarms for you to wake up in the morning or maybe even remind you that it's bedtime. Last but not the least, macOS will also have a new look and it's called macOS Big Sur. Now you can even customize your desktop to make it look like an iPad or maybe like an iPhone, just like it's in CarPlay. And other than that, Apple has also launched Apple Silicon. This is a new operating system that's going to come on Mac. For years, Apple has been using Intel as their basic operating system, but this fall, you will also have the option to order your Macs with the Apple Silicon operating software. So that was WWDC, covered with the most important features that were launched yesterday. The developer beta for iOS 14 has been available since yesterday, which means I can download it, but you guys still have to wait for a month until the public beta is out. After the public beta is out, do use the software and let me know in the comments if you guys liked it or not. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys are still staying in, staying safe. और फिर मिलते हैं
When the world is sound asleep, something's gonna